Hi, this is going to be just a mini tutorial to show you a little bit about how to make sort of an escape room or to gamify your Google form. So this is just a linear Google form. Okay, so we're going to start off at your Google Drive. You want to make a new Google form. Okay, and I'm going to hit the little gear over here on the right. Settings, that's usually one of the first things you want to do. And my computer is slow. So hopefully you can bear with me. Okay, I usually collect email responses. I usually limit to one response. You can have it edit after submit if you like. That's up to you. Presentation. I like showing the progress bar. I don't shuffle, but that's up to you. Depends on how much copying and cheating you think is going on. I want to make it a quiz because I do want it to be able to count the points for me. I don't want to have to grade all this myself. I don't have time. I'm going to let them see the correct answers for this one, point values. So I'm okay with that. Sometimes you might want to toggle that off, the correct answers, until afterwards, so they don't just keep passing on answers, but totally up to you. But again, you do want to make it a quiz, so you don't have to grade it yourself. Okay, when you're making this kind, I try to spend a little bit of time making it look nice. So you want to choose images. I tend to choose images. A lot of these are very generic and not terribly focused on what your escape room is. So I tend to take screenshots using Google. So let me show you some that I've used. Okay, so this was an escape room, an underwater escape. So I found a picture and I just took a screenshot and uploaded it. Earth. And this one was, there it is, about roller coasters. So you can upload whatever image you like. Again, to do that, just make sure in case you didn't see, I went to the little palette up here and you choose an image. And if I do a screenshot, I'm going to upload that image. So I can choose my images from my computer and browse. Okay, I like changing the colors, making it nice. I'm going to get rid of me for a minute. I like the background color personally. I like the background to be darker because I think the questions pop. There's not a lot of choices. Depends if you want it to be more playful, more formal, if it's a little bit scarier, things like that. I'm going to just go for playful. Okay, once that's all set up, again, you always want to ask for their name, and that's required. Always make questions required. Of course, this one's no points because it's just their name. And you're going to give it a title. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to show you some that I've made. There's a couple ways to do this. So really, one with lots of puzzles and sort of games is this celebrates. So I had a picture of the Earth. I gave it a cute title. I don't have a lot of backstory. It's just celebrate our planet, escape the gloom. Are you ready? Adding GIFs. We've talked about how you can add GIFs, right? By adding an image. And then I have to go find the gift. I open up a tab. And that's, I'll say Earth. I'll show you how I found it. Earth. Okay, GIF. And again, I tend to use Giphy. And there it is. I clicked on it. I can't take it directly there. I have to click here. And then for me, I just download it. For me, I just drag it to my desktop. If you're using a school computer, you're going to have to download it and save it, okay, to your computer. And then I go back to my form, right? I have my image. I can add the image. Now that the image is saved in my computer, I can upload it from my computer. And there it is. Okay, so that's how you can get your images in. So let's go take a look at more things you can add to your escape room. Let's go back to the Earth Day one. Okay, so I, again, have a little backstory. I have a little picture, get them started, their name. I want to know what class they're in so I can organize the answers. And I'm going to include locks. All right, so in this case, I have a nice picture here, just give them that sort of escape room feel. They're going to watch a video to help find their first clue. And again, when I have these, I make them required, and I make it worth a point. So to answer key, you would click on what's right and give it however many points you like. You definitely want to make it required. You can have as many sections as you like. So my next section is like, yep, you got it right, keep going. And it gives them their next clue. In this case, they have to interpret it on an infographic or infogram. And they have their next puzzle. In this one, they had to choose the one that's not listed. So again, it's worth 1 point. I have my answer key and it's required. Okay, I can keep going. I have images for them. I have a secret note, which is a link and I show them how to interpret the note through a little mini video. And once they interpret or decode the note, they get their next clue. I keep going. I have more links. Jigsaw Planet. This link here will take them to a jigsaw they put together, which will give them a picture. So I'm going to give them a picture of the endangered animal that they have to choose from. Okay. So they keep going. I have Morse code links. Right, so this is very puzzly. So it's still giving them a little bit of content, but it's in a more fun way. This wouldn't be a final assessment per se. This gives them some information in a different way. Let's take a look at some other ones. This is just to give you ideas. You can create your own questions. Okay, this one had more of a theme. This was about bonds. Okay. Again, I really like embedding gifts. I give them a backstory about they're going to have this chemical magic act. They're going to have to escape their chemanicals. And I made this with another colleague. Again, notice we put GIFs in, but this is just more straight content that we're testing, and we're using the idea of magic and chemanicals as an analogy to walk them through. Again, embedding pictures. These are just questions I would normally ask on a worksheet, but I'm embedding them into this story. Okay. I guess some are multiple choice, some are short answer. Notice when it's short answer, I keep the answers really small, like 1 word, 2 words. You don't want long answers because they're not going to guess that, right? Strong bonded. Okay, so I give them choices. I said, even in the question, is it weak bonded or strong bonded? Okay. So try to keep that really tight. Again, adding gifts really keeps the story going and having sort of a finale. Okay. Another example is we compared a reaction to a roller coaster. So not a lot of backstory, but a lot of images that keep the story, so to speak, going. And they sign in, they're interpreting images, they're using their vocabulary, interpreting reactions. And it just really nicely, it was a great analogy for a chemical reaction, the roller coaster. As they work their way through, learning the content, practicing the content, and applying the content. Again, we keep using pictures and images all the way through as much as possible to keep that storyline going. And this is actually a video that's going to give them a first-person roller coaster ride as their reward for finishing. So those are 3 sort of examples, some with more backstory, like the escape room, some with less backstory, but they have a lot of images. The images are kind of take them through the story. And one that's more like puzzle-based, I would say, right? They have secret notes, they have jigsaw puzzles to put together, they have the Morse code to interpret. So think about what kind of puzzles you want to put in yours, what's going to work for you, more of a backstory, more sort of puzzle content, or making that an analogy, that story of content. And create all kinds of questions and locks with images. Just keep it very vibrant and engaging. Okay? Any specifics on how to do this, you can ask, and there's certainly videos. Even going back to the WebQuest video gives you an idea of how to format questions in Google Forms. Okay? Hope this helped.